Alright, so I have a really big update to do today. Yeah, okay, I tried to do this while I was on leave at home, but it didn't work out because my dad kept interrupting me. So, I was mad too because I got so far into it, but whatever. I have a bunch of CDs and some movies. I got some of these I had gotten earlier, but I just never made a video about it. And then others I got while I was there. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. Some of these are from FYE, some are from Half Price Books, and some are from this local record store called Phil's Records. So, yeah, and then the movies are basically just from Half Price Books. Alright, so I'll go ahead and I'll get started. The first one I got, this is Carnifex, Dead in My Arms. I haven't heard too much on this one yet. It got here right before I left, so I haven't gotten to listen to it. Even though it's one of their older albums, but whatever. Don't judge me. But yeah, I like most of what Carnifex does, so I should be happy with it, I'm assuming. Alright, and the next one I might get some hate for, but it's Asking Alexandria, The Black. I don't really care for them too much. I think I used to listen to them when I was like in middle school, but I don't know. But this album actually isn't bad. It's not like the best thing I've ever heard. You know, I might not recommend it to people so they don't know I listen to this, but you know, other than that, it's not a horrible album. Alright, now I'll bring myself back because this is a great album. It's Whitechapel, A New Era of Corruption. So I think I got my cred back because, yeah, obviously, amazing album. Love the artwork. Probably my favorite song would be Devolver, maybe, the first track. But, yeah. I wish, the only complaint I guess I have is Digipacks, which I think everyone has that same complaint, so can't really bitch about it too much. Alright, the next one I have is Being as an Ocean, self-titled. I don't know if I've heard anything off of this album, but I do know I enjoy Being as an Ocean, so, you know, went ahead and got it. It was pretty cheap. I got it from Half Price Books when they were having their 20% off everything, so that's why I got a lot of CDs and DVDs from there, because it was cheap as hell. But, yeah, I do know I like them. Their one album, I don't remember what it's called. It has, like, the blonde girl on the cover. If anyone knows, they can comment and tell me, or I can Google it myself, I guess. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, I got that album. Alright, next one I got is Tiger Army. This is just early years EP. Yeah, it's pretty much like psychobilly, so punk rockabilly, I guess you could say, like the Cramps or like Reverend Horton Heat. So it's pretty cool. I'm glad I got this. It was really cheap too. So yeah, not a whole lot I can say, I guess. Then I got, this was a blind buy. It's Shooter Jennings, Countach for Giorgio. I don't know, I think I butchered that. But I mainly just bought this for the cover because the cover looks awesome. I haven't heard it yet. I don't really know what kind of music it is. I did notice though that Marilyn Manson is on here, so that's pretty cool. It might be awesome then, because Marilyn Manson's pretty cool, but we'll see. Alright, let me move these right there. You can't see them anyway. Alright, the next one I got is Trivium, The Crusade. I haven't heard this album, but I do like Trivium a lot. I think it's their most recent album, which you'll see later because these aren't in any order. Not like they ever are. But yeah, I did get this one, pretty cheap. I like the album cover. Like I said, I haven't heard anything on it yet because, yeah, I just kind of bought it. So I'll have to check into it and we'll see. Alright, the next one I got is Snot, Get Some. They're like a nu metal type band, I guess. I don't know if they were ever that popular, but probably the most popular song on here is I Just Lie. and that's pretty much the one that I really know the most, so that's kind of why I bought it. I also bought it because I like dogs, and there's a dog on the cover, so I'm one of those people. Alright, and then the next one I have, I couldn't remember if I owned this or not. I might, but whatever. It's the Velvet Underground and Nico, and yeah, not a whole lot I can say about this one. It's pretty much classic, everyone knows it. Probably my favorite song on here would be Sunday Morning. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot I can say. Alright, then the next one I got is a soundtrack. It's Death Proof soundtrack. So it's a lot of like 60s, 70s music that I guess aren't too well known, and I don't know, just a lot of cool tracks on here. Like, it's not really just like a soundtrack, it's like something you can actually just like sit down and listen to, you know? It has the song Down in Mexico by the Coasters. That's one of my favorite songs on that. So if you care, give it a listen. Alright, and then I have Joan Baez Volume 1. This is mostly just like her doing like a lot of folk songs, I guess. I don't know most of them. The only one that I really know actually is House of the Rising Sun, because I think everyone knows that album, or not album, that song. But I love her voice. She's one of my all-time favorite singers, so I had to pick it up. Alright, next I have Blind Melon, just self-titled. I don't know if anyone really knows anything on here other than No Rain, because that's like the most popular song, but the rest of it really isn't like that. It's more like upbeat and like No Rain isn't like sad or anything, but you know. But yeah, I've had this one on cassette for a long time, but I just now got it on CD because I didn't have it. Yeah. Alright, next one I got is Not a Surf, High Low. I haven't really heard too much of this album other than the song Popular, so this will be nice to listen to. I've heard like some of their other albums too, and it sounds a lot different than like Popular, which is the only song I've heard off there, so I don't know if they like change their sound or something later. I don't know. Alright, next one I got is another blind buy. It's Burning Brides, Fall of the Plastic Empire. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. All that I know is that it was in the like hard rock metal section, and it was like $2. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and get it. Like, it looks cool. So if you know anything good, you can recommend me tracks off of this that I should listen to or anything like that, yeah, feel free. Alright, the next one I got is Silverstein, Arrivals and Departures. I do quite like Silverstein a lot, because I saw them live like a couple months ago, and they're actually really good. Yeah, I guess, this is a promotional copy, I should say, I guess, if anyone cares. So, that's pretty cool. I don't know if there's anything different, I don't think so. I think it was just an earlier copy, I guess. But yeah, for promotional use only. Well, I guess I'm promoting it, so there we go. But yeah, it's a cool album. Alright, the next one I got, I got this one at the record store there, because I tried to get it at Half Price Books, and I got all the way to the counter, give the woman the CD, and she's like, oh, it's not in there, so I didn't get it. And then I found it. There, it's Silverchair Freak Show. This is the only Silverchair album that I actually own, which is strange because they're a pretty cool band. Took me a long time to get into them. I don't know why, but on my old Tumblr, I have a new one now, but on my old one, this girl was like in love with the lead singer, and I don't even know his name, but I just saw so much of him on there that I just hated that band. But now I like them, so it's okay. Hey, this has cool songs on it like Freak, Abuse Me, and I guess those are the most popular ones. I don't know too much about the rest of them because I haven't listened to it the whole way through yet. but it's a cool album. I'm glad to have it. I'm glad that I finally found it with the actual CD in it. So that's always fun. Alright, the next two are going to be blind buys, so I won't know anything about them. Well, I looked up a little bit about them, so. This is Forever in Terror, Restless in the Tides. Yeah. I didn't know anything about it. I looked it up, and it's apparently like a death metal band, which now I'm noticing that they're on Metal Blade Records, so that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know too much about it. I listened to them a little bit. They just pretty much sound like run-of-the-mill death metal, so, you know, still pretty cool. Sometimes it'll be fun to listen to, you never know. Alright, the next one I got is, Boy Sets Fire, The Misery Index, Notes from the Plague Years. I looked up this one too, and it just says it's like a post-hardcore band, so, I don't know. I mean, it's probably just gonna be like run-of-the-mill post-hardcore because it was cheap. That's basically, I don't know. Oh, I'm getting kind of tired. But anyway, yeah. I'm also losing my voice. Alright, the next one I got is, it's a soundtrack, Natural Born Killers. Yeah, this one doesn't even tell you the tracks on it, but I looked it up and it has, most of the songs on here are just like, not really songs, I guess, but it does have the song Shitlist by L7, which I'm happy about. I was very excited when it played in the movie, because all of a sudden I was just like, yeah, and like, my dad's like, what the hell? And then like, the song Bomb Track by Rage Against the Machine was on, and I was like, oh wow, I was like, this movie has great songs, and he's like, because he had seen it before and I hadn't, and he was like, yeah, like, there's parts where I couldn't watch, and I'm like, oh, okay, but, I mean, yeah, it wasn't that bad, in my opinion, but it was a good movie. It was really trippy, so that was cool. Alright. Oh, and of course, it's broken on the way here, so I'm not opening it because it's broken, but it's, Anthrax, Among the Living. Not a whole lot I can say about it anyway. Everyone pretty much should know this album by now. I don't know why I haven't owned it. I just never did. That's basically my only excuse. So yeah, anyway, we go on to the next one. It's Porno for Pyros, self-titled. This is a pretty cool album. The only song that I've heard off of this is Pets, but I like the names of these. Like, Cursed Female, Cursed Male, Orgasm, Blood Rag. So that sounds pretty cool. I'll give it a listen and we'll see. Alright. Next one I got is another blind buy. It's Human Remains, Using Sickness as a Hero. I've never heard of this. It's on Relapse Records, so it's probably gonna be some pretty cool metal stuff, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Alright, the next two I got are these, Blind Pig Records samplers. So it's pretty much just a bunch of, like, blues bands. And, yeah, it's just samplers. So, that'll be cool. I like blues. Alright, the next one I got is the Beatles, Please Please Me. This is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I haven't had this one on CD. I have it on vinyl. I have most of their albums on vinyl. I don't have that many of them on CD, but I'm going to try to get them all on CD now. But yeah, I went ahead and picked this one up. This is one of my favorites. I like the song, probably Misery is probably my favorite song on here. Alright, the next one I got is Under Oath, Lost in the Sound of Separation. I don't know, I haven't heard this one, so really I don't know too much about it. I do know that I like most of Under Oath's music, so I don't know. This one kind of slipped under my radar, so we'll have to wait and see how how it turns out, I guess. Alright, and then this is the other Trivium album that I got. It's Silence in the Snow. I really like the album cover a lot. And I have listened to this one. I don't remember what songs I've heard off of it, but the ones that I did are really good. I don't know. I think it was Until the World Goes Cold. I really like that song. And then, yeah, it's pretty much just white. Like, there's not too much to this. So, yeah, it's a great album. I would recommend it. Alright, the next one I got is, I might get some hate for this one too. Whatever. Bring Me the Horizon, Suicide Season. I used to listen to this a lot in, like, middle school, again. Like, middle school phase, whatever I went through. But it's not too bad. I mean, it's not something I want to listen to every single day of my life, because I would get really annoyed. But it's not horrible. I also like the album cover. So, not their best album either. So, you know, whatever. Alright, and the next one I got is another Whitechapel album. This is Exile. You can't even see too well. But this is an amazing album. I'm sure everyone knows that. Not a whole lot I can say about it. If you're into deathcore, you know this album. If you're like Whitechapel, you know this album. Yeah, not too much I can talk about. Alright, the next one I got is Winds of Plague, The Great Stone War. This is another great album. I love Winds of Plague. I have a couple more albums of them coming in the mail, so we'll just have to wait on them to get here. But this is a great one. It goes into it start to finish, and it's just fun to listen to. This is also has a bonus DVD in it, which is pretty cool to me. What is it? It's tour footage and then the making of the album. So that's pretty cool. I didn't really know that until I looked inside. Alright, the next one I have is a lot different than what I showed. It's Grimes Art Angels. Yeah, this is just fun to listen to. Some well, I don't want to say upbeat, but like some like poppy stuff. I'm trying to think. Oh, the only song I really heard on here is Belly of the Beat, and that's a pretty fun song to listen to. So, yeah, it's enjoyable. Alright, and then, the next one I have, this is a long ass video. Shit. You don't have to watch the whole thing, because I didn't know it was going to be this long, because I still got movies to show. But, the next one I have is Babes in Toyland, Fontanelle. Not too much I can say about this one. It's an amazing album. I listened to this so much, especially in high school. Bruised Violet, Bluebell, Hansel and Gretel, Won't Tell, Mother, pretty much everything. Just listen to the album, it's amazing. One of my favorite bands, all female, which is awesome. Yeah. Alright, then the next one I have is How Bloodlines. And this is pretty much just, I don't really know how you would describe it. I don't know, it's just some cool metal. I'll just go with that. Some cool metal to listen to, and I love that cover. Yeah, check it out, it's a pretty cool album. Alright, the next one I have is Jim Croce, The Lost Recordings. And Jim Croce is one of my favorite singers of all time as well. And this is just unreleased stuff, so it might be like demos or tour stuff. But it's pretty awesome. Yeah. Jim Croce's amazing. Go listen to him. And then last one I have is The Doors, LA Woman. And this is an absolute classic album. Everyone should know this album. If you're a fan of The Doors, you know this album. If you're a fan of classic rock, you probably know this album. Not a whole hell of a lot I'm gonna say about that one. Alright, let me put all this shit back over here real fast. Shouldn't take me too long. No reason I should be talking. Okay, so now I'll get into my movies. So I'm not going to go too far into these because I'm not going to tell you the whole plot of the movie. But yeah, so the first one I have is Alpha Dog. It's a cool movie. A lot of violence. If you're into that, yeah, no, too much I can say, I guess. Justin Timberlake's in it, if that tickles anyone's fancy, I guess. Next one I got is Girl Interrupted. One of my favorite movies. One of my favorite books as well. Should definitely go watch it if you like anything with like mental hospitals and stuff. It's cool. It's a little different from the book, so if you're gonna read the book and then watch the movie, I would read the book first. But yeah, I didn't do that, but I would have. Alright, the next one I have is this giant box set of A Haunting. Sorry, I think I'm getting sick. It's just pretty much just like a ghost reenactment show. So it came with all these because it's like seasons 1 through 4. It's just amazing in my opinion that they would do that. Alright, the next one I haven't actually seen is House of a Thousand Corpses. So this one I can't tell you anything about because I haven't seen it, but it's pretty cool. Should be cool, I guess. I like Rob Zombie. Next one I have is Inglourious Basterds. World War II movie. Not accurate at all. Pretty much what should have happened though. Yeah. Alright, another classic, The Exorcist. I think this is the full version that because some of them I guess cut out a lot of stuff, like where she's like cussing and like masturbating with a crucifix and all that. So yeah. Alright, and I have Rosemary's Baby. I haven't seen this one either yet, so that'll be cool. It's another classic movie I'm sure everyone's heard of. Then I got The Help, which is actually a really good movie. I really like this movie a lot. Like, I don't know if everyone's seen it, but there's like all the assholes, and then there's the one woman who deserves to have friends and have a child, and she's the only one who doesn't, and it pisses me off. But anyway, aside from that, then I have Suicide Club. I have not seen this. I don't know anything about it. I'm not even 100% sure of what it's about, so I'll have to give that one a watch. Then I have this. It's Screaming Skull. I don't know anything about it. It's from 1958 though, so it should be awesome. Then I have the Friday trilogy. These are just funny movies, so I'm excited to have those. Alright, and then the last one I have is I Spit on Your Grave. And this one's awesome too. This is the original version, so I'm excited as hell to watch that one. I've already seen it, but it's a great movie. Okay, this video took entirely too long. Longer than it should have. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching if you did though. And until next time, have fun.